the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Nice start out there, Lacey, for back to school.
It really is. It's so very nice. Temperatures are below average this morning. We're not setting records. The record low for the date is 53 degrees, but we are definitely below average, and it's the coolest morning of summer so far. So for back to school kiddos today, it is in the 50s, the low 60s. Skies are crystal clear. Many locations, winds are calm. Look at that shot across the region, our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. It's gorgeous. And it's not just Oklahoma. Look up to the north. There are mid-50s now in Missouri. Take a look at the temperatures across the region. Missouri, 50s all the way up to the Great Lakes. Widespread 50s in eastern Oklahoma, 60s across central western Oklahoma. It's much warmer in Montana than it is in Oklahoma to start off the day. Our temperatures are not really impacted by humidity. Today, it's not extreme. It will be higher in southern Oklahoma, but dew point values are in the 50s. That's comfortable. It feels nice. And this afternoon, the humidity will be comfortable as well. Now we're heating up, so I know we talk about maybe an extra light layer this morning, a sweater or light jacket for the kiddos, especially if they're going to be outdoors for a while. We do start to warm up pretty quickly now that the sun is up, and they will not need any sort of an extra layer later today because it is going to be a summer-like day. Mostly sunny skies. We're clear. 61 degrees at Will Rogers. Southwest winds are very light, 5 miles per hour. We've dipped to 60 in El Reno, 61 in Stillwater, 50 or 63, not 53, 63 in Shawnee, but it is 57 in Seminole, 63 Byers, Purcell, dipping down into the upper 50s to kick off your Wednesday. Lower 60s and then 50s all across eastern Oklahoma. It's amazing. If you can take your workout routine outdoors this morning, do it. You got work to do outside. This morning is wonderful. 5 miles per hour are the winds. That's it. They'll be 10 to 15 this afternoon, a south breeze, and we are back to the 90s. Now that south wind's going to start to pull that Gulf moisture back up across Oklahoma, and the heat index does start to become a factor. You will notice that. This is a broad view, taking a look at the jet stream level, taking a look at satellite and radar, and what you're seeing is the big strong jet stream is up over Canada. That's where it's staying. There are several cool downs that'll clip the northern United States, the eastern United States, but the heat dome is the roll across the southern plains. Now down around the equator, we've got several storm systems heating up. There's a hurricane over the Pacific, another storm that will likely become a hurricane. It's going to ride up to the north over the Baja and California, and what's headed towards the Gulf, several disturbances back off the coast of Africa that start to come across the Caribbean and try to make it into the Gulf over the next couple of weeks. And we'll have to start watching those closely if they form. As you well know, storms that come into the Gulf sometimes can impact Oklahoma, but it's a long way away. The heat dome is the story. This high pressure that we've talked about all summer long, it's strengthening and it's moving right back over Oklahoma. So the heat wave that it's bringing with us lasts through the weekend into next week. Now we're watching the storm coming up over the Baja. There it is, riding around the edge of the heat dome. And here comes a system over Florida this weekend. We'll have to see if that becomes strong enough to become a named storm, makes its way into the Gulf. That disturbance likely stays in South Texas the way it looks, but some data says the jet stream winds are just weak enough that it actually starts to penetrate the heat dome and come up close to Oklahoma by the end of your 9-day. That's an outside chance. It's not a zero chance. And hey, if that happens, that'd be our next chance of rain, and we need it. We are looking very dry between now and then across Oklahoma, and we're getting hotter. So the 50s to 60s this morning. Tonight, we're talking upper 60s, low 70s, so much warmer tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mid-90s, triple digits. The cold front is there because it is a wind shift. The air is a little drier behind the front versus south of it, but I'm telling you, it's a hot day tomorrow. Heat index values from 100 to 105, closing in on 110 over the next several days. Look at your weekend, triple digits for highs all the way into Monday, and we're watching that disturbance closely. It's our next hope for rain showing up in 9 days. Back to you guys.